Hello, what is up, Road family? It is the Vanlife Network news of Sunday, the 19th of October 2025. My name is Renz, and let's get straight into it. All right, let's start off with why I skipped last week's news. I was on a short trip to Belfast for a school mastermind. I haven't made a post out of it yet because I didn't really have time. I will do that very, very soon, but that is basically the reason I didn't have time to record the news. And we are straight back to it. So this is gonna cover 2 weeks of news, let's say. All right, so first thing, we've got the official The Vanlife Network meetup in northern Spain coming up. Now, Larissa made a post about this. It is going to be on the 23rd of October, so that is going to be in 4 days. And we actually found a beautiful spot where we can park. For everybody who wants to come, it is 10 euros per night. But the great thing is there is a big fireplace, an outdoor kitchen, a place to work out, do yoga, read. There's a solar shower, dry toilet. So basically all the facilities that we would ever need. And of course also a normal shower, which is super nice. Apparently this is a community of people who live there, and they open their land to people with vans and tents. So this is a spot where Larissa actually has parked, and this is what it looks like. It looks super cozy, and I'm sure it's going to be super fun. And so if you're in or around Spain, please make sure to hit us up or to just visit us. We are gonna be there from the 23rd, and honestly I don't know how long we're gonna stay there, but I'm definitely sure that it's gonna be a whole bunch of fun. So if you're interested and if you haven't made up your mind yet, then check out this post of Larissa. All right, then just a quick recap for our 30-day Unlock This New Skill Together challenge. And this is just an invite to learn something new together. So for this challenge, I actually partnered up with Skillshare, and this is basically a platform with all kinds of courses. And so you can sign up for a 30-day free trial, meaning that in 30 days, you've got time to actually go through all of their courses. If you're interested in seeing more of those, just go to Skillshare.com and pick any course you like. I would love to hear from you if you've already started your course. To be very honest with you, I want to do an harmonica course, but so far I haven't had time to actually get into it because I had been flying out to Belfast. I just returned a couple of days ago and I'm still pretty exhausted. But if you've already started this, let us know your progress, let's say. And I think recently, there we go, Annika, she's gonna do a drone class, so a drone flight class. I think Deanna is gonna do how to play the lyre harp. So we're very interested in how that is gonna go for you. Laurie, she's gonna do a little bit of marketing and some writing, which is also very interesting. So let us know how that is going for you. And if you haven't signed up yet, you can still do so by clicking this link right here, and you can sign up for your free 30-day trial. And Skillshare will kindly let you know when your trial ends, and you want to quit your trial 24 hours before to actually have this month for absolutely free. All right, then the next thing, our free community has passed 100 members, which is quite a big deal, to be honest, because we started this community way later than our paid community, let's say. Obviously, it's growing faster because it's free. So this is great because this is basically gonna be a place where people can actually hang out outside of Facebook because, well, Facebook groups just aren't a thing anymore. And so we've created this space, the Vanlife Network Free, for every single one of you to hang out, to get to know school, to get to know each other. And if you're ready for like digital campfires or you want to unlock the map feature, you can actually upgrade to the Vanlife Network paid. And right here you have the members map, so you can actually see where other members are. And if you're nearby, you can actually meet up. And of course, every single week we are doing live calls. There's the meetup coming up, and on Fridays we also have our coffee chat. So very grateful for every single one of you who has joined the Vanlife Network Free. This community is gonna grow very big at some point, And it is basically a space for us to introduce people to what we are really up to inside of the Vanlife network. All right, then we've got some interesting Vanlife network news, because one of the craziest things that we've done so far inside of the Vanlife network is that Annika actually did some doggy dashing to the UK, meaning that she drove from Spain with a colleague or a friend with a bunch of dogs to the UK. And that is in itself is a beautiful thing. But what's even crazier, and you guys decided to actually get her home safely. Now, the crazy part is you guys actually stayed online and broke Zoom. So you stayed on for 30 plus hours, after which Larissa actually called me and asked me like, hey Renz, can you please open the call again? Because we got kicked out, and apparently there's some fair use policy at Zoom at 30 hours. So I opened the call again, but you you actually got Annika home safely, which is such a beautiful thing to do. It is just absolutely wonderful how you did this, and the power of community and the friendships that we are forming right here. It is absolutely beautiful. And as you can see, Annika made it home safely. Thanking Lawrence for this super fun challenge. And yeah, there's a whole lot more to it. But Annika, thank you for doing your good job. And Lawrence, you are an amazing guy for actually setting this thing up. So yeah, that is amazing. And let's go to the next thingy. All right. So also another thing is that Kim actually decided to start the book and movie club. And there was actually a book and movie club meeting call. And in the end, you guys decided to go for Into the Wild, the book and the movie. And the call was on the 11th of October. Now, honestly, I wasn't involved in this, but I just hopped in and out the call for a couple of times. And it was just amazing to see how you guys were actually interacting with each other and sharing your thoughts and emotions basically on this one thing. So I think it is a beautiful thing that we've got a little club inside of the Vanlife network, which also, yeah, kind of strengthens the community vibes, because of course we love Vanlife, but inside Vanlife we've got so many more little things that we all love. So there's a group of us that loves drone flying, then there's a group of us that loves hiking, and of course there's a group of us that loves reading or watching movies. So I think that is a beautiful thing. And I believe there's even gonna be a follow-up call, because the last one there was some internet connectivity issues. So more on that later. Then we've got another fun thing to share, and that is that Laurie and Renee and Angelique and my mom are actually on fire. So Laurie made a post about it 3 days ago. Oh my god, I've got my flame. Renee also made a lovely post around it. It happened also to me. Long I waited, silent still, never thought, yet I had my fill. Just overnight, I'm also on fire, which is just amazing. Angelique also on fire. As you can see, she's got her little fire status. Also made a nice post about it. And then there's my mom, who has been very, very consequent as well with giving out likes for quite a time now. So that is beautiful to see, and we love to have your support. So thank you so much everyone for your engagement inside of the community, and congratulations on earning your fire badge. Now, that being said, I have actually lost mine, and I'm pretty bummed about it. And there's actually two things that were next to my name that I've lost. You can see that I missed one day, and this was one day after the mastermind, where we had like this implementation day of everything that we've learned. So we were shooting ads, we were brainstorming together, and so on. And just before going back to bed, I somehow had the idea of, oh, I should keep my Duolingo streak going. And then I went to bed, and the morning I woke up I think at 5 at night, in the night or in the morning. And the first thing I thought, wow, I think I forgot to actually have my 10 activities. And so I did. And so on this specific day, the 14th of October, I missed my streak. As you can see, I had no activities. And so I lost this little flame status, but also, and more on this later, we also dropped out of the top 30, but we are still ranked 32, which is very nice. But of course, I have been less active because of the craziness and the busyness that has happened into my life. But also, we all have our lives outside of the Vanlife network. So naturally, we dropped out a little bit. But we will get back to it, of course, because it will just happen. Because we're gonna have the best or one of the best communities on school, and I'm convinced of this. All right, then this is not accurate because I think we have got quite many more meetups, to be honest. But let's actually go ahead a little bit and see if we've got our tracker up to date, kind of. And I think we actually do. So currently, as you can see, we have 38 in-person meetups, and actually we can add one more to this because just a moment ago Rika and Lawrence, they actually arrived to Larissa and me here in northern Spain. So we've been hanging out for today, for this afternoon I should say. And so we actually have 39 in-person meetups, which is absolutely crazy. So let me actually adjust this number right here because we're closing in on 50 or on 40. And of course, soon many of you will actually bump up in ranking on the leaderboard because we're gonna have our in-person meetup, so our official the Vanlife Network meetup. So that is gonna be very interesting to see. But for now, we have 39 Vanlife Network meetups. Now, this I already mentioned, our current school rank is 32, so we've got a little work to do. And what I've learned, which is pretty interesting, so I thought that engagement is the most important metric that they actually track in order for you to rank up. But what I've learned during the mastermind, it is actually posts that weigh much more than engagement. So there is less engaged communities than ours who are ranking higher, and that is probably because they post more. So this is something I also, well, I haven't posted a lot recently, and that is just because I've been busy doing other things like shooting ads, yeah, let's say my school ambassador things, and then there's like well, other things going on in my life. So I will start posting more inside of the Vanlife network. I got quite a lot to share with you actually, because I've recorded a podcast, I think, well, a few weeks ago, which got released, which I haven't shared with you yet. Then there was like the mastermind. Then there is even the thing that yesterday there was my half marathon, which I actually skipped for a very good reason. So I will actually explain you more about this. But yeah. So if you want to help us get up our rank a little bit again, then feel very free to post, and of course just leave your and drop your likes wherever you can. All right, then let's go to the meetups of the past 2 weeks, I should say. And the biggest one is obviously going to be like the Arnhem or Arnhem meetup, which was a super fun. And so, as you can see right here, Lucien, Lawrence, Jelle, Rene, Rika, and Arjan were there. And Arjan actually joined the Vanlife network after the meetup. They actually shared this amazing picture, and Arjan isn't part of this one, but we can see everybody sitting there with their merch, which is super, super cool. So we've got Lawrence there, we've got Lucien, Rene, Jelle, and Rika. And as mentioned, Arjan has also joined right after or during this meetup. And then we also have Lawrence and Larissa, who actually met up in the Netherlands, which is already 13 days ago. So that is quite a while ago because both of them are currently here with me in North Spain. And then we have had Kim and Larissa also meeting up, which is 10 days ago, which is super cool to see as well because they are kind of besties in a way, online, the Vanlife Network besties. Of course, Kim has a whole bunch of besties inside of the community, but it was just very, very lovely to see you guys together. Then there was another bigger one, which is Laurie, Daniela, Sam, Kim, and Tim. Also, amazing, amazing picture, which they've just shared with us, which is this one. And I love the vintage vibes and Daniela's hoodie. Come on, this thing is the most amazing thing with the wiener dogs, if I'm correct. Super, super fun. And thanks so much for sharing this picture. It's great to see you guys hanging out together. I absolutely love it. So thank you so much for sharing that one. Then there's one more meetup which hasn't been added to the Vanlife Network meetup calendar or meetup board, let's say. And that is Lawrence, Rika, Larissa, and me, who are currently right here. And also, we have 3 dogs together right now. So there's Buddy, there's Shiva, and then there is Trina, Trina, I believe. And surprisingly, they get along very, very well, which is amazing to see. So we've also got a triple doggo meetup right now. And it is going to be very interesting because during our Vanlife Network meetup in northern Spain, there's probably going to be like 10 or plus, let's say 10 plus vans and multiple dogs as well. So that is going to be very interesting to see how that is all going to go. We still have like four days left until our meetup. So we're slowly preparing on getting there. We are pretty close already. Like we're only half an hour, less than half an hour away from the spot. But yeah, it's gonna be super, super fun. And then one last thing, which I actually already mentioned, and that is that if we want to get our rank up inside of school, all we have to do is just post and share, like engage more with each other. That is basically it. I want to lead by example, as Andrew once mentioned to me. That was for the litter picking, but also with this one, I want to post more. I want to share more about my life with my friends, with you as my friends. Um, and so, yeah, if you've got anything to share, it can be small, it can be big. It doesn't have to be the biggest win. It can just be you enjoying your little coffee, or your dog that's doing something fun, or basically anything. Feel very free to share it with us, with your friends, with your Vanlife friends around the world. All right, that was it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, my apologies for skipping last week, but next week I'll be back with another Vanlife Network news. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next one. Adios.